It's a 2 video kind of day. Sorry the lighting's a bit dim in here, but I'm working on it. Don't worry. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Ewan McQuaid, and today we are talking about a new sort of breaking announcement from WWE regarding the NXT UK brand, and that is that NXT UK will be sort of morphing, transforming into NXT Europe. Now, from what I've gathered, we've got quotes, we've got information, everything sort of doing the rounds following this announcement. NXT Europe is going to sort of be this global localisation that Triple H was planning back in 2018, sort of creating a new territory system of WWE NXT performance centres across the globe, and almost like a feeder system for WWE. You've got these little territories where people from other countries can develop and grow their skills, and then they transfer over to main NXT and then to SmackDown and to Raw. All seems like a good plan. It really does, in principle. The ramifications of that we'll go into because there's a lot of stuff to dive into here. Let's start off with a quote made by Shawn Michaels himself, in which he said, "The NXT brand is set to grow even more come 2023 with the creation of NXT Europe. According to the company, on Thursday, NXT Europe will reimagine the brand and talent pipeline with a renewed focus on Europe." So there's a few choice words here from Shawn Michaels. He says that there will be a brief hiatus for NXT UK as that is sort of morphed into the NXT Europe mould, and talent from NXT UK will sort of get bigger and better. This is pretty big. Considering this was all in place sort of 4 years ago at this point, 2018, when Triple H had this grand plan, starting with NXT UK and developing from there. He wanted to do Japan, Mexico, all these other different countries and create this feeder system. But that was seemingly nixed by Vince McMahon because we can only assume he didn't think the NXT system was working. Instead, in a sort of, I think, early 2021, maybe late 2020, we got this directive, we got the shift to NXT 2.0 where they were growing stars based on sort of collegiate athletes and NFL players and, not independent wrestlers, as you will. And then that has sort of changed now. Triple H has taken over and it's seemingly going back to the older format of bringing in sort of indie talent and developing them into WWE superstars. It's incredibly interesting to see this sort of almost Game of Thrones-like power struggle that's seemingly been going on from behind the scenes, and we can sort of picture all this. And Triple H has one vision, Vince had another vision, and just they were not on the same page here. And now Vince is gone, it's seemingly just shifted into Triple H's vision, because I do not think this would have gotten off the ground if Vince was still in charge. This seems pure Triple H, and that is all speculation right there. But it's just mental. As for NXT UK, so we saw Tyler Bate come out and confront Bron Breakker at NXT Heatwave, and from there they're doing a special, I believe it's in Cardiff, I don't know if they've officially announced it, a Worlds Collide special with NXT UK talent and NXT regular talent to sort of culminate NXT UK before it is changed into NXT Europe. That seems good. I think it's happening on September 4th, around the time of Clash at the Castle. Really good stuff. Get eyes on the product and stuff like that. Where this bothers me, not necessarily bothers me, where I'm trepidatious about this is NXT UK effectively killed a wrestling scene. You look at some of the companies that went under when NXT sort of came in, grabbed a load of talent, stopped a load of talent from performing on those shows. It was big. You got like WCPW and Defiant, Riptide. We haven't heard a lot from those other independent wrestling promotions that were really big back in like 2017 and early 2018. So what will this mean for the independent wrestling scene in countries in Europe, like your WX dubs and those other well-known products that are already essentially seen on the WWE network, how will they be affected by this when a lot of the talent is signed to NXT Europe? That is the biggest question I have going forward about this, is how it will affect the indie scene, and will Triple H essentially try and monopolise the industry like back in 2018? Because that's, as much as we love Triple H, he did that. He signed up so many people to NXT and NXT UK that the indie scene was on the down at that point. It's only now, post-COVID, that the British wrestling scene is sort of building itself back up again, because you've got a lot of released WWE stars who are, doing shows in progress. Guys like Big Damon. You've got like Swerve Strickland showing up in progress. You've got Hiatus coming over from Japan. You've got Konosuke Takeshita doing stuff with progress. It's really exciting stuff at the moment, but how will that be affected if this grand plan takes place? That is my biggest worry regarding this. Other than that, I think it'd be really interesting to have like an NXT Germany Championship, an NXT, France Championship. Maybe not that specific. Maybe they'll just morph the NXT UK Championship into, the NXT European Championship. Something like that. Because NXT UK, not all UK people. You've got like Rhea Ripley isn't from the UK as far as I'm aware. I think she's Australian. You've got Miku Satomura from Japan. So it's not just like everyone there is British, and we as British people have this need to, just have British people there. It's not like that. So what will happen next? 2023. It's going to be a very interesting year for NXT. Will NXT 2.0 get a rebrand? I think so. I think NXT 2.0 will morph back into sort of the black and gold era of NXT again. Maybe not visually, but I think in terms of the people who come up, I think it will teeter more to what Triple H's old vision was. And NXT UK, I'm very excited to see where that goes. Will they be touring again? Will they do like European tours in place of the Raw and SmackDown European tours that they do? Will it just be a case of the UK stars stay in the UK? You'll have an NXT Germany, you'll have an NXT France, or will there just be one big hub for NXT Europe? I don't know, but this is very intriguing, and I'm a little bit excited about this, to be honest. I think it's scary, but at the same time, very intriguing. Now, what I also want to point out with is some releases were made today. Guys like Mark Andrews has been released. I think Flash Morgan Webster has also been released. There'll be a full list of people who've been released on the screen from the NXT UK. So hopefully they can do some really cool stuff. I'd love to see Mark Andrews in progress. Big Mark Andrews fan, big Junior fan. So I'd love to see him show up there, start doing more stuff on the British indie scene. And it's just, is it going to be a war again between the UK indie scene and WWE? I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll get more details on this going forward. This is just sort of a breaking news rundown of everything that I've read about NXT Europe and my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think about NXT Europe. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know down in the comments below. NXT UK falling into, this is going to be a bit of a tangent, but NXT UK being folded into NXT Europe, I mean, not really Europe anymore, as much as I'd like to be, and I would like to be. Yeah, we're not Europe anymore, so maybe it'll be NXT Europe asterisks with the UK included as well. Who knows? But yes, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.